whenever you put a hashtag, it means your code is not working. Whenever you put hashtag, it means your code is not working. So what you're gonna do? Okay, I will say like practice one. Okay, so practice one. Okay, so maybe I can increase my uh, my text. Okay, let me increase the text first so you guys can see my. If you go in the tool and there is a global option, and in the global option there must be appearance. Okay, so let me general, it is general graphics advanced panel font size, it is maybe 16, apply. uh, and then there is console. Okay, so in appearance section, if you go in the appearance section, you can change your theme of the RStudio. For example, I want to increase the size, maybe I want 16. Okay, so it will be like this one. If I want to, like, let's say 14 is fine for me, or maybe let's see 13. Apply. Okay, so now you can see you can change the font in here. So you can change like 14 and then apply it in here. So it is showing up bigger values in here. Okay, so this is more visible. Yes, yes. If someone want, he can record this one. If someone want, you can record, but I'm not gonna record it by myself. Okay, so in the first step, everyone in the class, please try to adjust your screen. What is like more pretty, more beautiful for you guys, you can do it. Okay, so in here we saw that we can change the size of this area. Okay, and then other thing is you can zoom it 100%, 110, like whatever you want. So I prefer to zoom it 100%, and then there is like the different themes as well, like maybe the sky one. I'm not sure. I will just go modern one, and that's it. I will just apply it. And okay, so I think now the text size is visible to everyone. Okay, so this is our practice example number one. Okay, so what will you do? You will write what is 2 plus 2. Okay, so main idea is whenever you want to run a code, click here. Okay, so I hope everyone can see the my cursor. Click here and then go here and then run. You will run and run. It is answer. Your answer will be in here 4. Okay, again, whenever you want to run any code that you develop, that you write in RStudio, what you're gonna do, you're gonna click in here and then run. It will give you answer in here. Again, click here and then run. It will give you answer here. Okay, there is another method. For example, if you want to run this one, just select this one and run. Okay, and then there is the other option in here. You can see if you move it here, rerun the previous code. If I click in here, it will run my 2 plus 2 several times. It will start running my 2 plus 2 several, like whenever I click, it will start running my previous code. Okay, so run and previous. Okay, so for example, if I click in here and click run, so now it will go down. You can see in here, my cursor is go down. But if I click here, it will not run anything now. See, it is not running anything. But if you click rerun my previous code, it will run your Okay, because my previous code was nothing, so it is not running as well. So if my previous code is this one and I rerun, it will always run this one. Okay, so I think it is clear to everyone. So everyone try to write it in here and try to run 2 plus 2. Please respond me, Pali, quickly. We don't have much time in the class. Everyone, please give me response. Okay, so other students, please try to responsive. Okay, it worked, sir. Okay, it worked. Okay. For many students, it's worked, and for the students who are not turn on the R Studio and not responsive, how they can learn it? So please try to learn from the very small things, so we can go for the numerical methods. Okay, it worked. Okay, so now please try to write your own roll numbers and add it into another value. Try to do it. This is just for the practice. Quickly, just try to run two other numbers, any two big numbers, right? Just try to do it. Okay, I will give you 1 minute and everyone try to practice and try to run and let me know if someone faced a problem. Okay, so some students working, and I can ask to share the screen anytime from any student. Okay, so please be responsive. Sir, can I already have R software from data processing class. Can I download it today? No, you don't need to download it again. It's the same R. If already have someone from data processing class, so no, you don't need. It's the same thing. R is R. Okay. So the only thing, only thing difference is maybe in your R Studio version. Sometimes we can have like the uh, updates. Okay, so maybe you can check the updates, and then it will be the most recent version of R Studio. Okay, so I think everyone work with the numbers and try to just do this one. And how about the multiplication, division, other stuff? Okay, so for example, if I want to minus the things, okay, so I will say 2 - 1, and then I will try to run. Okay, it's 1. So now go with the addition, subtraction, and division, multiplication. Okay, so addition is 2 + 1, 2 + 1. Subtraction, I'm sorry, this is plus. Subtraction, 2 - 1. Division, 2/2. And multiplication, 2 multiplied by 3. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so try to practice these four. 2 plus 1, 2 minus 1, 2 by 2, and 2 into 3. So do it quickly so we can further go. Use any numbers. Use it in decimal points, like any numbers, try to use it. Please quickly try to get all this for practice it in the class because it is a lab class, so we have to practice. Okay. So can anyone take a square or square root? Try to find a square and the square root of any number. Try to get the square and the square root of the numbers. Can anyone try, please? Yes. Okay, so for the square root, for example, if someone want to calculate the square root, write SQRT. And then sometime if you put the tab button, if you write SQ, so again idea, write S and Q and then press tab button, so it will give you the options what things you want. First option is showing square root SQRT, and it is giving you this one option that it is a mathematical function. Okay, the square root, then click it, or you can just write it. So there will be a round brackets in here of this square root and round brackets and square root of, let's say, 9. What it should be? It should be, my answer should be 3. Let's say it's 3, right? And if you want to find the square of 3, let's say 3 raised to power 2, and then 3 raised to power 2 is 9. Okay, now we already know our 2 plus 1, 2 minus 1, 2 by 2, and 2 multiplied by 3. And then let's say that 3. Okay, and okay, so we have addition, division, multiplication, and then square root, and we found the square already. Okay, so this is the basic things. Okay, students, listen to me now carefully. Whenever you want that, I don't want to run some codes. Okay, so I want to comment them in our language, in our language. We say that we want to comment them. For example, some student want that, oh, I don't want to run this one, I don't want to run this one, but I don't want to run line number 6, but I want to run other lines. Okay, so what he will do, simply he will put hashtag in here, right? Or there is another thing, so it is sometimes very difficult. You put hashtag here and then go back here and then go back in here again, right? It is very difficult for you guys. So what you're gonna do, there is a very quick shortcut. So select those things that you don't want to run and Control Shift and C. Control Shift plus C. Okay, Control Shift plus C, and then it will be like this one. So whenever I run my code, like, okay, so I will run my code from here, line number 3, and now it will not run my other codes. There is no answer, and the next code will be 3 raised to power 9. Okay, so it run 2 plus 2, and then after that it run 9. Okay, it will run my line number 3, and then it will directly go to line number 10. It will not run all those stuff that I don't want. Okay, it will run line number 3 first, give me answer, and then it will show me that you have this one, but it is not functional. It will not give answer. So it will directly go to line number 3. So I hope this thing is clear to everyone. Please try it. Please try this Control Shift C shortcut key. Please try it now. Please try it now. Everyone, please try to, yeah. Other students also, please try to do it. Okay, so now the students are you guys can calculate two plus, you can add it, you can subtract two numbers, you can divide, you can take the square root, you can take the in the raised to power like square, the raised to power 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever you want. Okay, you can take anything, right? Okay, so there, we, in our class, in our student in high school, we also talk about the absolute value. For example, there is -3, right? So what is the absolute value of -3? What should be its value? Can anyone tell me? Absolute value. What does absolute value mean? Yeah, absolute value of -3 should be equals to 3. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, again, I will write A, B. When I write press this button, tab button, it will give me option abbreviate or like this one. For these things, it's not our use. So only we will go absolute value. Absolute value of -3. Okay, del. Okay, and then run it. What you expect the answer? We expect answer 3, and then we run. It gives me the value of 3, absolute value. Okay, so again we talk about the absolute value. Again, one another log of. So whenever you write log, press the tab key. It will give log, natural log, log raised base 10. Most of the time we are only interested in log and log raised 10. Okay, so let's see of 3, and then run our code again. It is giving me value. So please try to follow these steps in your computer, in your machines as well. Please try to follow. Okay, so now absolute value and log value, it is done. Log value. Okay, now think in your mind what functions you can, like, you want to calculate, like any function you want. Okay, maybe it's a trigonometric function, sine. There is a sine function, maybe. Okay, sine function. You know sine, um, sine, cos, theta. Okay, so there is a student. He is asking quadratic. Quadratic equation is, for now, it is really big for you guys. Okay, we can write the quadratic equation in here as well. We will try to solve the quadratic equation, but for now, it will like maybe more than your level for now. Maybe for you, okay, but other students, they also have to follow. Okay, so quadratic equation, we're gonna write it later. And what else? Okay, the sine 90. Let's try to sine 90. Sine 90, okay. Then it is in radian, okay. It is in radian, and for most of the time you have to like uh, multiply it with the radian factor. Maybe it is 57 point something, maybe multiply it by 57 something, like it will convert it to degree. I'm not sure. There is a conversion factor. Okay, so most of the time sine 90, it will give you answer in radians. These are radians. Okay, so one more thing. Let's try pi. How to calculate a pi? Pi. Just write pi and you will go with the, see? And let's say, what is pi by 2? Pi by 2. See, pi by 2 is, what is, pi by 2 is 90. So 90, sine 90 is equals to 1. Okay. So anyone try to calculate, find the pi? So now you can directly get the value of pi. Okay. So anything you want to, like, any function that's come into your mind that you want to calculate. Similarly, if there is sine cos tan and then there is a sine inverse, if you want to get the sine inverse, so you know sine inverse, then a sine, let's say 1, then what should be, what you expect? Maybe this is pi by 2, or I don't know. Pi by 2, pi by 2. Let's see, pi by 2. See, it is pi by 2. So sine pi by 2 must be 1, and anti, like, sine inverse 1 should be pi by 2, right? Yes, it's arc sine, and you can get the values in here as well. And there is one more. Okay. Okay, there is another thing. Let's play with some decimal points. Okay, so I will say that around. Okay, what is pi? Pi, my pi value is 3.141593. Okay, I want to round it. Round R. Sorry, let's go down. ROU. It will give you round. What you have to do, so there is very good thing in R. It always give you option that round x. X mean what digit you want to round. Okay, I want to round pi, and then it says comma and digit, how many decimal points you want to round it. Okay, so there are two arguments you have to put in the round function. First is R, like I say, okay, pi, I want to round pi, comma, and digit. There are two options. You can write in this way, digit is equals to, or you can just comma, and you can just write like 3 decimal places, I want to round it, and then run it. Now it is giving you 3.142. If you want, no, I want just 0, this one, okay, and it's just giving you 3. Please try to do it round function. I know everyone know the round function, that we have to round our values to some decimal points. Okay, so I want to, maybe some student want 10. Let's see what's the 10. So actually in here in our studio by default it shows like only 1 2 3 only 6 after decimal. It only shows the 6 values. Okay, so maybe in future maybe I will show you there is a way. Okay, okay, search it. Okay, copy and control V. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Okay, now. Okay, so now you can see in here. I changed in by default. I changed the values. So for example, in here. Okay, I this one is the option and digit. I put it like 10 and okay, and then run. I run it because it will not give anything. But now, whenever you run pi, maybe pi and 2 by 2, like this one. So now I changed within the default values. Okay, so maybe before starting our this one, if some students I want to see more detail, so before working in the R Studio, just run this one. Option digit is equal to 10, and then you can start work. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear to everyone. Is it clear that how to use round function, pi values and other stuff? Okay, so I think you guys are learning a bit, and please be responsive whenever I ask question. So, okay, now there is something coming in my mind. Okay, this one student, he said it's a quadratic equation, right? And but I would not suggest you for this point, the quadratic equation. I will go with a very simple formula. What is very simple formula? Simple formula is, yes, the area of the circle. Okay, let's calculate the area of the circle. Okay, again, I will say this one. I will say the area of circle. Okay, this one. Actually, you can drag and drop like this in here as well. You can increase the size in here as well, so you will have more space. Okay, area of circle. So what is the area of circle? Anyone can tell me area of the circle? Area of the circle. Area of the circle. Anyone? Anyone can please tell me what is the pi or squared? Great. So what we gonna write? We gonna write pi into r squared. So like to be more confident, I will put just bracket and r squared. Will it work? How much you are confident it will work or not? Anyone, it will work or not? Just try to write this one and tell me it is working. So yeah, why? What's the reason why it is not working? Yes, no R values. We did not define R values yet. But if we write pi into 2 square, now it will work. Now try to run this one. Now run it pi r squared. Now it is giving you answer. But when you write R, then it will tell you you did not define R. This function could not find the value of R. So what you're gonna do, you will define R. You will say, okay, my R is equals to 3. So guys, in RStudio, most of the time we prefer to use this sign to assign a number. Okay, so it means it is equal. Okay, maybe we can use directly here. R is equal to 3. Okay, so whenever say R is equal to 3, now you saved one value in the memory of RStudio. See in here, until this point, you are not saving anything. You are just doing small things, and you are not storing anything, right? But now you first time stored the value R. Now your RStudio, it has one memory, first memory, that R is equal to 3. So whenever you put R, so it will consider your R is equal to 3 and it will give you the value. Okay, now we defined R is equal to 3, or I prefer to use this one to make to be like more precise in here. So okay, should the R is equal to something be written first? Yes, first you have to define R, because in here it will go the RStudio, he cannot find what is the R value. So you have to define on line number 18, and then you can run this one. Okay, so now you will delete it. You will just delete it. Okay, now it already stored in here that R value is 3. So now if you run this one, it will work well. There will be no, okay, it will work now. Okay, now you don't need to put R is equal to 3. You don't need to run R is equal to 3 again and again. Okay, you guys got it? So maybe let's try to run in this way. What do you expect the answer? It should be same. Yeah, it's same. Yes, we can have multiple R values, but it's gonna be different. So for now, just just be cool down, because we're gonna make some loop. We will make a loop in R, and then we can give multiple values to R, and it will give you the radius of the a circle with multiple radius. We can do it. Hmm. Okay, so the one student was lost. Okay, how I establish? I put R is equals to what 3. I write this code and I run this code. When I run this one, it's there. So maybe one student will answer, no, I want R is equal to 10. Okay, I will say R is equals to 10. Now your RStudio in here, in his mind, actually this one is the mind or the memory of RStudio. It stores each and everything here. Okay, is it store each and everything here. So what gonna do, R is equal to 10, and then now run it. Okay, and maybe one student, he wants, sir, I don't want the area, I want the perimeter of circle. What is the perimeter of the circle? Okay, so I will say I need 2 pi R. So perimeter of the circle will be equals to, sorry, 2 into pi into R. Okay, and then I will run 2 pi R. I will run it. So it's 62.83185307. Okay, so again, now we will do some, like, like the combination thing. I want, oh, my answer is 62.831. Is not much readable. What I just want 2 decimal places. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add another function. I say round this full value and put it into the brackets. Okay, so space doesn't matter. Okay, if you put like this space or like this one, it will not count. It's okay. The your code is working well. Okay, see this one. Okay, in you can like I like to my code is pretty and neat. Okay, so what it gonna do? Round this value, only round this value, right? It will go into round this one. Okay, so by default, whenever you write the round, by default, the digit is 0. So if you are not mentioning that how much decimal points you need, it will automatically give you the decimal points 0. But if you want to add like, okay, so this function is x, and now comma, and the what is the decimal place? I want 3. Okay, now run it. See, after point is 3 decimal places. Okay, and now I want to like another function. I want sign of this thing. Okay, I put another this one. I will just delete this one, and okay, now okay, I want first the parameter and then round it and then take the sign of this function. So I am doing 3 different things together. So I will run this one. It gives me this value. Okay. Okay, yes, sir, we are following. Okay, so you guys are following everything. So now I am making a combo of the function sine and then round. First, I will calculate the 2 pi r, the parameter, plus round it, and then take the sine of it. Okay, so maybe one thing is very good in this one. Okay, so for example, the brackets, these are very important. For example, if I go in bracket this one, so it will ask us in here the bracket is closed. Okay, the bracket is closed, it will mention you in here, you can see it is highlighted. Okay, and then I will go in here, it will highlight it, so your formula is correct. So for example, if you put this one and then okay, I will put in here. So my first bracket is closed and my second bracket is closed. Okay, now the formula is complete. I can see my formula is complete. If it is not this one, it will give you error. Okay, so my formula. And I want again, let's say I want to take log, again log, and then similarly bracket, you have to put into the bracket and then okay, now see there's a 3 brackets. One is closing this one is for closing this one, and one is closing for this one, and then run the formula. Okay, and again you want, sir, I want the absolute value. Okay, again ABS, right? Absolute value. Sorry, ABS. Sometimes the tab button doesn't like show up, but yeah. So delete it, and then now see the last one is highlighting in here, but actually we need to close this one as well, so we need one more bracket. So when I put the one more bracket, it highlights, it pop up in here, so it means our function is complete. We can run it, and ta-da, this is the answer. Okay, so again you want, sir, the formula is so big, I want to round it again. What you gonna do? You will say, okay, make round again. At the end, my answer should be rounded and put it. Now see, it is showing in here. Once I run the formula, it will not work. It will work when it is highlighted in here. Yeah, now my formula is working well. It should be 9, right? So any questions for so far? Any question? Please let me know. Any question? What's coming in your mind? Any question? Please ask me any question. Okay, let me see. Let me see. The students are following. Does a line have a limit? Okay, wait. Okay, there is a question. There is a question. There is a good question, maybe. Okay. Okay, there is a question. Does a line have a limit on how many you can put a function? No, there is unlimited. Unlimited functions you can add it. Unlimited functions. That's why we use R. That it can solve unlimited function just in a blink of eye. It will just okay. It will it will give you very quick answer, very responsive. Okay. And there is a question and so far. So now you guys try to have some familiarity with the R Studio, right? So my one of the question it comes in my mind, sir, why we are not storing our things? Okay, let's try to store the things as well. Okay, so this is answer 9. I want to store it somewhere. Okay, so I will say, okay, what should be the name of your answer? I will say my name is A and S is equals to this one. Okay, now in here it will not show you the answer, it will just store it. Okay, now it's stored your answer is equal to 9 in here. That's it, because your answer is 9. It will not show you up in here because you are not compiling it, you are just storing it in here. You guys got it? Now your answer is stored over there. So now when you want to see the answer, just write in here what is answer A and S, click. It will answer is equal to 9. Okay, again if you want to see R, press R. R is equal to 10. These are the only things we stored. Did we store like any other value like the T? It will show there is no T. If I have Y, there is no Y, right? It will give you error. We only stored A and S, and then we only show the R. Okay, so if some student wants, sir, I also want to print it. I also want to see the answer. Okay, so just say print print A and S. Okay, so in first step, it calculate the A and S answer and then print it. Okay, so I hope everyone is following and it is not that much difficult as expected for you. Hmm. Okay, so let's say let's see what else we can do it. So any question comes in your mind that, sir, we how we can find the this one, or I want to find this one, like, you know, let me know if you have any question. Yeah, sure, ask me. Sir, is there a different? Yes, there is a difference in using this one, but not really. In start, you should try to use this function instead of equal function. The reason is that whenever you go further into the deep, then the equal mean is not equal. It is used for some other operators as well. So for now, I would suggest you just use this sign for equality in here. But whenever, okay, so this sign most of the time tell us to store in this one. For example, if I am saying R is equals to, R should be stored in, the value of R should be 10. Okay, so it will give story in here. And actually R is equals to 10. But if you put R equals to 9, you're asking the question to the R Studio, what do you expect? Now, again, see R is equal to 9. In R Studio, it is almost same, but it will later on, you will try to see that what is in the deeper function, you will try to see that what is the difference in equal sign and this arrow sign. But for now, I would suggest you to use only equals to sign, this sign. Okay, no one should use R is equal to 9 for now. Okay, so with time, I will you will understand it automatically why you are not using it. It is possible to change the shortcut key for the run. Shortcut key, most of the time, you see, it is just like this one, and you just click in here. There is, I think there is the run key as well, but for me, I prefer this one. So yeah, like this way. This is a shortcut key. Like you want like the control R, like in here, if you say control R, no, it will not work. There is, I don't think so. There is a, but for sure there will be a shortcut key. But control run is control plus enter. Okay, yes, control plus enter. Okay, if you push here and then close plus enter, yeah, control plus enter is the shortcut key. Okay, so in here, if you select this one and control plus enter, okay, so it is giving running. Control plus enter is your shortcut key for to running a particular code. Okay, thank you. Okay, yes, control plus enter. It is the key. Most of the time, like I prefer to use like just press this one. It is more handy, more easy for me. Okay, so I really want one more thing. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'm looking for another function. I forgot the name of the function was remember. Okay, I'm not sure. So anyone know this function? Okay, for 2. What do you expect with this one? Or maybe the formula is this one? Do you know what it stands for? How it works? It is a function of remainder. Like 4 divided by 2 and the remainder is 0. If I say 4 divided by like, okay, so 7 divided by, what do you expect the answer? Anyone can tell me what should be the answer now? Anyone? Yes, 1. Because what it's gonna do, 2 threes are 6, and then the remainder is 1. Okay, the remainder is 2. Okay, so you can see like 99, and then you will just see the remainder. Okay, and like you can say 7. Let's see what is the remainder. Okay, its remainder is like as well, and what else? So this is the maybe 9. What will be the remainder? The remainder will be 0. Okay, so the remainder factor as well we learned about the. Okay, for now, I would say everyone please try to write these scores in your own hour and practice it for 5 minutes. I am gonna send it to you in the Zoom link as well. Okay, to everyone in the meeting. Okay, so copy and paste and try to run these functions. So this is your practice. So please try to write this one and let me know. Yes, we can run the whole code. For example, if you want to run full this one from here to here, just select it and then run. It will run each and everything. You can run like you can even select the control A. It will select everything and then run. Okay, so it is very quick, very fast. So do you have any other formulas like we can develop? Okay, so first is the circle, and then what should be the other one? Area of the circle, and what else? A bit complex. Try to make any other formula like not very simple, a bit which have like 2 or 3 parameters to involve in it. Okay, so if you want to delete, then maybe just rm or it will remove your r value. You want to remove r, a, and s, it will remove. Okay, so you can just remove the values, remove or delete the values. Okay, so it will delete your memory in here now. Okay, so so there is one more thing. Okay, let's say Control A. And if you want to remove everything, just write remove list is equal to, it will ask you what things you want to this one. So just write list is equals to, you can just write like in this way, ls is equals to this one, and you run it. Okay, so it's not working. Okay, this one, it will remove each and everything. Okay, so this code I'm gonna share at you as well. Okay, so it gonna delete each and everything in the environment. Okay, so not one by one, it will remove everything. And maybe if, yeah, okay, let's run it again. And you want to run like this is equals to r. Maybe it will just run. No, it's not for this one. This is equal to just no, it's not working. So use this command to remove each and everything in the line. And if you want to remove only one thing, just remove rm, like r. The first on the line number 25, remove each and everything. And this one is a particular thing you want to remove. Okay, is everything clear? Now clear your all environment, and try to run these codes again so you guys can get better idea. Please read each and every line again and try to run in your machine so you guys can get better idea. Okay, so I think most of the students they are already done with the practice. And today I see the participants are only 78. It must be like at least 120. I don't know why the students they are not attending the class. The class representative, please tell the students to join the online class every day, please, every time. The attendance should be full in the class. Okay, so let's learn one more thing, just one more thing, and then we can practice again. Not only the numerical values, but we can also store the factor values, like the text value. I am saying some of the students in the class, for example, name of students. Okay, if you want to store the name of the students, what you're gonna do? Again, equals to sign. Maybe the student name Mike. Okay, I want to store the name of the student Mike, but whenever you go for the text one, you want to store as a text or a factor value which don't have numeric. There are two things. One is a numerical value, one is the factor value. This one is a factor value. So once you save it, it will think that Mike is any numerical value. When you will run it, it will not, it say that Mike is not found. But if you are storing it, then what you're gonna do, then just press in the brackets and now run. Okay, name of the student is Mike, and I want not only Mike, I want multiple students in my name list. Okay, now when I am saying this one, name of the student, it is Mike, name of the student, it is Mike. Okay, and Mike, like if I multiplied Mike multiplied by 2, so what should be the answer? Any expectation? The answer will be an adder. Why? Because Mike is a factor value and 2 is a numerical value. We cannot multiply both of them, right? So the earlier we deal with the numerical value. Now we will deal with the factor value. Okay, I want to store it several other students, for example. Like then how I will say, I will edit it and I will make a list, and making a list you have to use command C and then put C in here, and now sorry, now put the commas and then like, oh, in bracket, and next, like any of the student. Mm, and then bracket close. So I stored 3 students' name in the this one, name of the student, and I will run it. Now the students are stored here. Mhm. Okay, so it shows me character. CHR mean character or a factor value. So Mike, Rogers, and Rojas, and the Ken. So these are the 3 people, the 3 students in our club. So if you say that, sir, if I store the factor value, why we cannot store the list of the numerical values? So we can use it. So we can say that the scores of students, scores of the student. And then again, I will say, okay, Mike get like 2, she get like 4, and then Jane get like 2.54 or 2.5, and then run. Now we are storing the scores as well. Okay, the scores of the students is number. You can see in here, it shows it is number, and CHR character or factor. These are factor values and these are the numerical values in here. Okay, so if you want to see if this one, then you can say just write class CLASS and SCO, sorry, SC, score of the student. It will show you it is a numeric values. Okay, in here. If you want to see what is the class of the the name, NAM, run it, and it is a character. Okay, I hope you guys got it. That what is the numerical and what is the character. What is numerical and what is character. Got it? And now we will make very interesting thing. We will make an Excel value or a table in our R. How we will make? Okay. So I will give the name of the table as data frame df and store it into data. This is the option data dot frame in here. You will click in here and then you say first column should be uh, name is equals to like the first column. What should be the name of first column? You can say that like name like you can say just students. Uh, First column name should be student. And what should be the column? It should be equals to name of name of student. Okay, so my first column name will be student, and the people stored are Mike, Rogers, Rojas, and Ken. Okay, so these will be your three students which are stored in our first column. Okay, and then what will be your the second column? Second column will be, for example, I say that marks is equals to marks is equals to um, scores. Let's see. Okay, and then that's it, and run it. Now we have a data frame in here. You can see in here, it shows df. If you click in here, it shows that this data frame have characters plus numeric together. So if I just click in here, it will give me this idea. The students, Mike, Ross, and Kane, and their scores, corresponding scores are 2.0, 4.0, and 2.5. Okay. So we make a data frame or like, we make a simple data frame in here. I hope this thing is clear to everyone. So now I want each and every student, they make like a data frame with 3 columns or 4 columns. Please quickly do it, like make any data frame with 4 columns. Okay, so to see the click, there are different ways. Okay, first thing is you can write in here, you can write view VIEW DF, view df. Okay, so when you run it, it will show it. The other option is directly go to the environment section. There will be df. You click in here, it will show you. Okay, there are two different options you can use it. Yeah, click over here, or just say view df. Is it clear? Okay, now make any four and okay, Mike, did you make it? The data frame with 4 columns. Did you make it? Yes, just make anything like the student name, and that in one column should be the name, the ID, of the students, or like the other any numerical, the score in chemistry, score in the maths, score in biology, score in statics, like like such kind of things. Can you guys make it? It is not necessary that you just follow my thing. You can, like, okay, so there is another way that I feel more comfortable, like, okay, data frame 2, it will be like, the main idea is this function data frame, this is the function that we are going to use, and then it is asking us about the names of different columns. Okay, so I say students. In student I will say C is equals to, like, again I will just write like Mike, and then I will just write again in here as, and then I will write comma, and then I will write it like, okay. So it is the same thing. Either you give write in this way or you write this way, because you already stored the name of students in here. Indeed, it is taking the name of students from here. Okay, so we just bypass it. Okay, and then the name of the student, like the score, you can just put it like in this way, or you want to be like more visible, do it like this way. You can say that you can some marks in chemistry, and then you say mark in math. It will be equals to, okay, and then you say that comma, let's go down so we can, it is more visible, and you say that mm, like marks in and bio is equals to, like, C is equals to 2.3 comma 3.1, like this way, okay, and then close the bracket. Okay, now we close the bracket and now it's closed. So run df2. So df2 in here, and let's see, Mike marks in chemistry, math, and marks in this one. Okay, so Mike, you did it. Can you send us in the Zoom? Please send us your code in the Zoom, so I will see, and I will let the students know what you make it in here. Okay. Other students, you also try to do it, please. Okay, so he made this one. Let me copy. Okay. Okay, he made a data frame. Okay, I copied his data frame, name of the students, grades, ID, age. But where you define the name of students, scores, ID of the students, and where you define them. Did you define? Because if I run in here, it will not work. It will ask the name of the students. Okay, so name of the students, this is defined. Scores, it is defined, but where is the ID of the student? Did you send me the ID of the students as well? Okay, yes. Okay, okay. I got it. Okay, copy it and okay, now he defined this one, and let's say Okay, and then his data frame. Let's see how his data frame look like. Okay, so he made like the student, grade, ID, age. Okay, so let's see. There is very interesting thing in here. Okay, so Mike he made a data frame in here. He stored the student ID as a text in here, and the ages as a text in here as well, right? So make sure whenever you write it as a text, then you cannot multiply this one to a numerical value. Okay, so what I prefer, if it is kind of numerical value, I would not give it a text. I will just put it like this way. It is totally correct. The Mike he made it correct data frame. It is totally correct. But what I feel like, maybe I want to multiply this the age of the students with a factor or something else. I want to analyze more the students under age 16 getting these more values, the students under the above 16 they are getting this scores, for the my more analysis in the future, right? So I will prefer this one. And similarly for the in here as well, I would prefer when there is a number, I would prefer that it should be like in numerical value, not what you can say, not factor value. I prefer, but the mic he made, it is correct. We can also use it. There is no error, nothing wrong in making the numerical value as a factor. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so there is one interesting thing, like, okay, so for example, the mic he made it like, okay, so let's say his ID, I save it like ID. Okay, he made it like this one, and whenever I see what is the class of the ID, then I will say class of ID, and then it is a character, right? So I want to see, like, I want to convert it into a numeric. So what I'm gonna say, as dot numeric, okay, as numeric ID, right? When now it actually, this is a factored value. ID is a factored value or a character value, but but I give a new command as dot numeric, and now it will convert my ID into numerical value as well. Now see, in here it is 1 2 3 2 3 and this one, but if I run only the ID, there is inverted commas. You can see inverted comma, the commas like in here, but when I run as dot numeric in this one. So now I want to say, okay, this one ID is a factored value, or like you can say the character value, and this ID is a numeric value, and then I will store it. Okay, so I will run both, and then this one is a character and this one is a numeric. So it is not that difficult. You can, at any step you can change it at any step. Okay, so similarly, if you made it like, if you made it a numerical value and then you want to convert it into as a character, so you can say that, you can command as dot character. Okay, now you are converting a numerical value. This is the numerical value into character value. Okay, so I'm converting it, and if I run in here, and then I will say chart. Let's give it a different name, chr2. Then I'm converting it into, okay, now it is back to character value. Okay, so at any time step, you can convert it into a numerical value, or you can convert it to a factored value. It's totally up to you. Okay, everything clear? Now we learn two more things. What is the character value and what is the numerical value? And how we can store multiple values in a single name, with a single name, okay? So we 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 defined it in here. So any question? Any question? Okay, great. So no questions so far. Okay, there is no question. So I think this one is a good practice for today, and I want that in the next class you guys try to practice this all of the steps before entering into the class and go through all of these things. Okay, and in the book. Okay, I will show you the book. Okay, in here, try to read the chapter number 1. Okay, try to read the chapter number 1 in here. This one, installing of RStudio or MATLAB, and then try to use to read the chapter number 2, getting started, variables and basic concept. In basic concept, like we talk about the square root or like these kind of things, and in here you can make different formulas. In here are MATLAB commands, right? So in here, and tables in here, just try to follow those stuff. That's it. You don't need to write the complex codes. And for now, just the complex number, we are not using complex number for now, so just skip it. And what else? Yeah, so try to read the chapter number 1 and chapter number 2 for your before your next class. So please let me know if you guys have any question, or if you guys have any question or suggestion, please send me the email or in the Google space, and we can discuss it that how gonna resolve the problems. Okay. So again, any question? Okay, there is no question. So the students who did not download the and install the RStudio in their machines, please try to download and install the RStudio in your computer. And yeah, that's it for today class. And I think you guys must be very tired from the classes and other stuff, because it's gonna be a very no. It is Saturday over there. You guys have classes. Today you guys have classes, or it is the only one? My class is the only one for you. Oh, that's okay then. Then it's okay if I'm the only one. Then meanwhile, just take some rest, and once you have your dinner and before sleeping, just try to write these codes and try to understand. Okay. Okay, so for now, I would say goodbye to everyone, and please take care. And if any issue, then just chat me. Okay, see you guys. Yes, it's good morning here, and Bye bye. Good evening. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.